What's up guys, it's your boy Ruin. We are back for another Trails of Cold Steel 2 video. In the last one, we went ahead and took care of all of these side quests. So we took care of the R-State school training. We took care of the Ebel Rebel, the giant, I believe it was a monkey, if I'm not mistaken. And both of these were problems. Laura, once again, constantly missing. Laura, the only purpose you have is to be Reen's sword, in my opinion. I love you, you're amazing, but that's your main goal, okay? Is to be his sword. So can you please not miss? I really need you to not miss, okay? Because I almost, that was scary. And then Ebel Rebel, this guy, dude, this monkey was ridiculous. He kept double buffing, it was nonsense. We also went to that Aqua Shrine, so we got to see another flashback. That one was pretty straightforward. There wasn't too much of an issue there. I haven't edited that video, but I do believe I did do a chest over there. So I don't recall because I didn't edit that video yet, but I do believe that I did do the Overdrive chest. So Arya Shrine is done. Heal is out of the way. Ligram heal is out of the way because I used the inn. So there's no more healing in this area, so which is fine because we are now about to move on to trying to get to Bareahard. So we are now currently on the South Crucian Highway and we're gonna make way for Bareahard, y'all. It's been months. It's been actual months since we've been there. The last time we were there, Maki's stupid self got locked up for being the governor's son. So let's see what happens this time. Let's see what finna happen this time, y'all. But hopefully we can get Jusis in this video. That's the goal. So the goal for this video is to get to Jusis. At the bare minimum is to meet him. Whether we do the battle or not in the motorcycle race, I don't know. Well, we've made it through the Ebel Highway. This point marks the beginning of the South Crucian Highway. The starts of the nonsense that is Bareahard. And Jusis, Albaria's deadbeat father. Let's see what's gonna happen. I'm expecting a lot of nonsense here. You can see it right over there. This is likely to be where the real challenge begins. We're to set foot in a city ruled by one of the most powerful figures in the Noble Alliance. The second one, by the way. Right? Second. He's the Robin. And he's salty about it. He is the Robin and he is salty about it. Sharon was just telling me to be careful, be cautious, basic stuff. You know, common sense. Emma's got it covered. Oh, are you going to start using some of your... So Emma's going to start using some of her special powers now, so she's going to be a lot more open about it. This is what I meant by redemption story, in my personal opinion. Again, when I slandered her in CS1, it was no disrespect, okay? I don't hate Emma. Just because Elisa's my baby girl does not mean I do not respect the other Kiseki female characters. She's just the best for me, okay? In my opinion, that's all. Okay. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Why does this Are you kidding me? Why does this thing have this? This snail? This what is it called? What is it called in France? That food? Dang it, I'm blanking out, but why the heck does a snail have demonic sight? Are you serious, man? Look at that damage! That damage is ridiculous! What am I gonna do? What? It instantly took down Reen and did that much damage to Sharon? Are you insane? Are you crazy? Are you nuts? You slime snail fodder. Gary from SpongeBob, you piece of... Oh, what was that? Now I gotta... Dang it, man. Let's just go Silver Thorn. No, let's go Luminous Ray. Then, does she have... Okay, she has Impassion. Beautiful. Laura has Impassion. Beautiful. What is... Okay. So. Do I just use this? I think I just use it. I think I just use it. Yeah. That's a little bit of a problem. It's a little bit of a problem. Just link up first of all. Then we're gonna go ahead and cancel. This shouldn't do too much. Okay, that did a lot more damage than I thought. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get Reen's CP up and then we'll continue this pathway because that was insane. That was ridiculous. What the heck was that? Maybe I really do need to change my equips. Because right now I literally have these. Like I have the beginning ones. Like look at that. 30 defense, I mean 30 strength, 400 defense. Like this isn't like I didn't put in any of these other ones. Like these are all for later. Like look at that, look at that. I'm not using any of these right now. So just because I haven't shown you guys, this is basically how I'm building it right now. So I'm not going ahead of the game, you know what I'm saying? I haven't made full use of the fact that I've carried these over. These are mainly for when I get to those parts. Because otherwise it'll be too easy. Same thing with the rest of them. Like none of them have crazy equips. Right, same thing with Laura. I'm gonna keep it this way to make it more challenging and make it more interesting, but that was ridiculous. Have y'all seen those two fights? Like, what was that? What is actually going on? This is how this video is gonna start off, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got 3 of them. We have got 3 of them. I don't know if inside affects dodging arts at all, but I'm gonna go with that anyways. This time I'm gonna go Shadow Stitch. He's nightmared. He's nightmared. He's confused. Beautiful. Beautiful. Exactly why I use Shadow Stitch. Let's go here. Oh, yeah, you're done. Yeah. Revenge. Revenge. It's sweets. Sweets. So let's see what's in here. Oh, great. Great. Sharon? Sharon. I swear, Sharon, if you miss... I'm gonna go here. If you miss right now, I'm gonna lose my mind. I am actually gonna lose my mind. You know what? I'm gonna link you up with your lady Elisa here. You're motivated for Marine, your future Reen Sama. And now you're linked up with your person, your family you serve. Alyssa Reinford. So, please don't miss. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. She just needed to get motivated. She needed a reason to fight. Okay, Alyssa. Okay, Alyssa. Put in work then. Oh, you're done. No, actually, I'm gonna heal. Let me heal Reen. I gotta make use of those 0 art strengths for healing. Beautiful. Because I don't have any Zaren powder. Oh, great. Cures KO, restores all HP, restores 100 CP. Feels nice, man. Toss it. Bye-bye. GG's. Over. See you later. Never again to be used. Alright, y'all. So we finally made it to Bareahard. That highway, as y'all might have seen, depending on how I edit this video, was scary. That was ridiculous. I have no idea it was gonna be that bad. It was a short distance, but it was very treacherous. Very treacherous. Literal birdies, tripping birdies, and slime snails. Appetizers. Killing my characters. Like, what is up with that? We're not killing them, KOing them. Let's use proper terminology. We came here from Legram. Can we enter? With the most wanted man. In all sorts of ways. Along with the Irina Chairman's daughter. And Fee. Essential daughter of the Zephyr. Noble Alliance allies, essentially, is what she is. Kind of, not really. And let's talk about Emma for a second here. The Witch. Alliance of, Elias? Or, Acquaintance of Vita. Let's just say Acquaintance of Vita. So we have quite a group of people that are trying to sneak into Bareahard right now. Alright, Emma. Okay, Emma, now's your time. Work your magic. Work your magic. I still don't know how, like, someone please explain to me the plot armor of this. If someone came up to me and asked me this question right here. Like this. If someone came up to me, all of a sudden, I've never seen in my life, and was just like, can you look into my eyes for a second? You know what you do? You do not look. Why the heck would you look? Huh? Stupid? Moron? That's an odd exactly, it's an odd request. Who would do this? Idiots. Noble Alliance idiots. Scum. The lot of them. Look at this. Look at this fodder over here. Look at these clowns. You actually looked into their eyes. You feel smart now, don't you? What's the matter? You brainwashed? Huh? Huh? Monkeys? We're just common travelers. We're just common travelers, and we aren't on that list of yours. You will pay no mind to our activities. We can pass through, right? Now this is when I start to like Emma. My first initial plays. Like the first time I played CS1, the first time I played CS2, this is when I started to like this character. How about I arrest you? Look at her. Look at Reen's face. Shook. Has no idea what just happened. Oh, now that I think about it, the way her eyes just glowed, that's how it glows in CS4 when we do that whole, that ritual. You know what I'm saying? That ritual that she does for Reen. Doesn't her eye glow that same color? I wonder if that's like a hereditary thing with her and her mother. Dude, that would have been a thing. Imagine seeing her mom, Emma's mom, before she passed away. That would have been dope. Yeah, that went really well. Too easy. Vita's next level. Vita's hypnosis and brainwashing is next level because she's also part of Ouroboros. So like that's another additive reason. It was a form of hypnosis. I'm a psychic and a witch, so I was able to easily pull that off. It's nothing fancy, super simple. It's actually nothing compared to Vita's lullabies, which is why she's a... Oh! It's certainly nothing compared to Vita's lullabies. For one thing, you can't use it on too many people. When she was an opera singer in CS1, when she was going around all these opera houses singing, when she was singing in front of the Imperial Palace during the summer festival, it was probably one of these lullabies that has like a semi-hypnotic effect on it. So when she's singing them, they won't recognize her. So maybe every time they just think Vita Clotilde opera singer. So that way when Emma hears her sing or whoever hears her sing, they won't be able to actually know. You know what I mean? Because they're slightly hypnotized. I think. Maybe. I don't know. The more you use it, the more likely they're going to be on guard, so we can't rely on it. Good to know. At least we got into Bareahard. Now let's start looking for Jusis. Let's start looking for Jusis Albarea, the last Class 7 student member. Because we can't forget about Sarah. That would be downright disrespectful to forget about the instructor. And what do we have here? Not the Alliance. Jusis Albaria's mansion and are we finally going to see our boy? Are we finally going to be able to see our boy over here? We are. Yeah, this place is nuts. The Albarea family mansion is humongous, gigantic. Oh, and Jusis has pretty good drip in this game as well. Although I like his fit in CS3 way more. It really gives off that nobility. You know what I'm saying? And he's actually a noble, unlike his piece of crap of a father. This trash bin over here. Just garbage. Can I just grab him, squash him up, and put him in the freaking box and ship him to the graveyard? Not the graveyard. To the dumpster area, wherever the dumpster trash goes. Let me take him over there. Duke Albarea, piece of trash. Absolute 2. Rufus has achieved much. That full Cayenne is #1, I'm #2. I don't want to be a Robin. Look at this clown. Jealous. The jealousy that reeks off this old geezer's face. Something must be done about this. Oh, I know exactly what you're gonna do about it. How dare you do that, you pathetic old man. Oh, let's not forget that he was thinking he's the one who sent the Jaegers to Ymir. This rats of a man, this shell of a man, this pathetic goon, had the audacity to send Jaegers to Ymir, a neutrality state, and then let's not even talk about what he's gonna do in the future. Pathetic. You call yourself a noble. Ridiculous. You moved to take Princess Alphine into your custody, but you failed like an idiot, like a dummy, like a moron. You clown. You tried to use her to replace Duke Cayenne as Supreme Commander, but you failed again. You couldn't do anything right. Useless. What the heck? I hate this man. He has got to be I would probably say it would be better off if this man just left instead of being here. I know that, you know, obviously dad's leaving is worse, way worse than them being present. I'm not even going to comment on that fact because I know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to live through it, so I'm not trying to talk to you guys about my experiences and other people's experiences and that sort of thing. No. All I'm going to say right here is that in this certain exact situation, if Duke Albarea's father was just to disappear, be completely irrelevant, just to bounce, that would be way better than him being present. Who the hell wants a dad like this? Please answer me. Because Osborn is actually, you know, even though he's up to some nonsensical crap, he's actually a good father. You know what I'm saying? Technically, in a way. In a sense, he's a good dad. In a way. Better than him. Are you kidding me? Osborn's way better than this dude. You can't get much worse than him. I do believe my brother also expressed disapproval. Yeah, trash. Look at you. Both of your quote-unquote sons talking you up. I humbly ask that you think twice before interfering with any neutral powers, and if you do, look at Jusis, so respectful. He is so respectful for his dad. He wants his approval so much and to be recognized. I feel bad for this man. I feel bad for this kid. It's very unfortunate. I'm about to get ticked off even more than I am right now. Oh my goodness, Jusis. He apologizes. I must think of something. I can't lie, that pump. You're the. Oh my goodness, you're calling Duke Cayenne a pompous halfwit? You're both pompous halfwits, but you're a full-on halfwits. Are you serious? Look at it in a mirror, idiots. Moron. Are you kidding me? What the hell's the matter with you? I need to reconsider how Rufus should be acting. You think he's gonna listen to you? He has no reason to follow your order, because you are not his father, okay? He has a different father. I shouldn't have said that. Oops. Oops. I wanted to keep it under wraps, but you guys know. You guys already know who I'm talking about, so it's fine. Whatever. It's not a spoiler. Unless you haven't played CS2, then it's a spoiler. I feel so bad for Jusis, man. That's such ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. That is... Dude, what a pompous halfwits. Okay, so I gave Laura her build. I made it super generic. I gave her movement and NP too, because just kind of just filled it up a little bit because I couldn't really think of any normal courses to put on these two. I gave her shield 3 for a little bit of ADF as well as the 25% magical dodge. And then I also gave her HP just to buffer up her HP a little bit. And then these right here, this is just to... I had no other fire rare quartz, so I just want to make use of that rare ability to get a little bit extra stats for strength wise. And then I gave her voice breaker because Reen has sword breaker. So I just gave her voice breaker to reduce ATS here, and then that's it. So very simple, nothing too crazy, nothing too insane yet for the time being. Once I actually start building these builds a little bit like more, building these builds, how redundant. But yeah, once we start getting a little bit further, I'll start doing that more often, but I think we should be still fine, maybe. And then for Sharon, for the equips, I actually gave her Phantom Thief's cape, you know, Phantom Thief cape. I figured that'd be fitting. And I gave her Cherry Corsage, which resists confuse and also gives speed and ATS. So not too bad there. So now we're going to gather information on Jusis' whereabouts, which I think is pretty, like, I don't think it's that hard to figure out. Although there's no way for them to access the mansion. There's been rumors, not pleasant ones. He came back home not long ago. He's been helping the Duke. I mean, of course he's helping the Duke. He wants to help his province, he just doesn't know what to do. Well, he's been helping command the provincial army. Look at him. Jusis is going to work. Already trying to take on his like roles as a nobility, as an Albarea noble, as an Albarea noble. Exactly. It's not that surprising, idiots. Stop reading into it too much. Thinking that he betrayed y'all or something. Like he forgotten you guys. You cannot break the power of friendship and bonds, okay? Both his brother and father at the forefront. Perhaps he took it upon himself to handle it. Doing what he can for his region is not out of character. Thank you. Looks like you've got your work cut out. Yeah, we do. We got a lot of, like, this is not easy. Especially because we don't have a bracer. We do have Sharon. There's a such thing as having a Sharon. There's no, like, how would she know? Like, this is what I meant by the bracelet thing. They're not the best at seeking out information yet. They're still like, because this is new for them. You know what I mean? In CS3, they're seasoned. But this is still the new experience, because even though they've gone through bonding events isn't, I mean, not bonding events. They've gone through the field studies. It's not the same. Field studies has structure. It has outlined. It's outlined for you. All you got to do is follow the formatting. And then just kind of make tweaks and adjustments on the fly. Whereas this is completely, like, on the fly. Like, it's all freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're completely freestyling right now. And they're not good at it, let me tell you. Especially Rain. Heck no, he's a freestyler. Are you kidding me? With this man's emotional state? The freedom to do what we want? We don't have freedom to do what we want. We are actual moving fugitives. We are actual moving fugitives that if we get caught, it's over with. Talk about having moving freedom. What the heck's the matter with her? What is she thinking? What's going on in your brain, Theresia? What did Sharon notice?
Sharon? どうしたの?
What did Sharon notice?
いえ、どうかお気になさらず。
Why won't she talk? Because Fee has good instincts, Sarah has good instincts, but then there's Sharon, the goat maid. Why won't she speak? What does she see? Oh, I wonder if Anton is here. Oh, commoners can be, dude, commoners can be so amusing. They think commoners are a circus show. Ridiculous. They genuinely believe they can match our valiant Soldats. Clearly they don't know who's standing behind them. Clearly these dummies do not know who's standing behind them right now. Because I am about to fodderize your Soldats in about 2 videos. Easily. You know what? I'm gonna blindfold myself. I'm gonna put blindfolds on. Just to make a mockery of them. Let's go ahead and talk to Jusis' uncle. And then we'll go to the next actual red point. Hello, Hamand. It's been a while. Do you know where Jusis is? His uncle? You're his uncle. You should know. You should have some clue. Yeah, he doesn't know much. He's not really kept in the loop. I wonder if that piece of garbage Albarea even cares that his wife passed away. It might be worth having a look around the mansion. Yeah, no, that sounds dangerous. We should focus on gathering information. Thank you, Sharon. Keep him focused. There you go. Keep your future master in check. Because this man will get desperate. When it comes to his Nakama, this man gets absolutely desperate. You think? You're the only Thor students that can actually resist them. Because you have Rain. And you have a witch. You have an Arcade. You have a former Jaeger. You have a Reinford. You have an Albarea. You have Machias Regnus, Carl Regnus' son. Who else do we have? We have Craig the Rex son. Who else do we have? We have Gaius, a descendant of the Northern Warriors. Who else? Who else? And then we have Seraphim Instructor. Former Jaeger. Former A-rank Bracer. Let's get out of here before they catch us. Like, Class 7 is loaded. Class 7 is loaded. The other classes in Thor's cannot compare. What? What are we talking about here? And then we have the maid. Then Class 7 has maid Sharon, current/former Ouroboros, Shikosha, Severing Chains, Reinford family maid. Like, what are we talking about here? They came up empty, they came up dry. It's not going to be easy to get in contact with the son of one of the 4 great houses, you think? Way to point out the obvious. You need help. You need outside help. You need an assist. You need Kitty to use an assist. I love that. I love how I just said Kitty. And I believe Kitty is a female Pokemon exclusively. I don't think there's a male Kitty. And then the first voice we hear is from a little girl. That's perfect matching. Right on cue. You're the kids who were reading a book on that bench? Y'all actually remember that? You actually remember this. You got a message. Head to the restaurant in Central Plaza post haste. The restaurant in the Central Plaza? I assume that must be Sorcier. Weren't we just there? Is this some kind of game? I want to play too. Why did Jay what? Why did Jay will? Why did who? Why did Jesus? Who? Who gave you all that information? Kids? Look at Jusis. Knew that these people were going to struggle to find him. And he already came up with the plot. He already came up with the plan. Yeah, we gotta talk to the uncle now. Unreal. Unbelievable. It seems he was right after all. Wow. So from the time we talked to this guy and the time we're talking to him now is when he got the message? That's kind of insane. How did he manage that? Like, how did he actually manage to do that? We were only gone for like 2 minutes. We literally went to the mansion and we walked back. Like, doesn't take more than 2-3 minutes. Make your way to the airport or airport. Airport. They must be having fun dragging us all over the place. Oh, there, he's getting a kick. He's getting a laugh. He is definitely getting a laugh. Let me tell you, he is quite enjoying this. This is why I wanted to bring Machius and Millium. Like, if this wasn't a challenge run, I would have totally brought Machius and Millium. That would have been such an interesting interaction because I've actually never done that. Surprisingly enough, out of the like 4 or 5 times I played this game, I have not brought either of them to during this portion of it. Okay, so making some fine tuning for the squad because I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't think with the current build I have, I'm gonna make it out. Honestly, so I already did some customizing for the weapons. I gave Rain Yugiri, I gave Laura Braver 2+1, and then I gave Sharon Mirage lines. I'm not gonna do anything for Emma or Lisa because they're mainly for support. And oh, Fee, I forgot about Fee. And that's not really too much of a difference right there, so I'm actually not gonna give Fee. I'm gonna save the U materials. Now let's go to the slots. I'm gonna give Reen. Now I'm gonna give Reen another rare one. I'm gonna save myself from doing the double slots. I'm getting a level 2 slot for now. I don't think we need that yet. And then for Elisa, I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna go 1 here. I'm gonna go 1 here. And then I'll go 1 here. It's more than enough. Same thing. 1, 1. And that should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Unbelievable. I actually have no rare, like, water quartzes. Aqua quartzes to give Laura. Like, I actually have nothing. I could give her Spirit Breaker. That's such trash. Like, reducing ADF, like, that's garbage. That's a fodder ability. Reducing defenses is fodder to me. Like, that has no use whatsoever. Maybe against, like, small squishy enemies, but against, like, the bosses, that doesn't do anything. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep that too, unfortunately. Yeah. Then for Elisa, go ahead and take that out. Put detection here. And then we'll go ahead and give her... What do I want to give her? I'm gonna give Alyssa over here Chrono Burst. Because I don't actually have anyone with Chrono Burst right now. Yeah, I have no one with Chrono Burst right now. I don't think Fee gets it off this either. Yeah, so I think that's the play. So this is my current build. This is what I'm gonna go with. I've got Rain over here. Kind of like decently built up. You know what I'm saying? He's not too bad. The main thing for him is just to kind of do consistent damage. As well as lower strength. While also getting the burns off for that chip damage with his S-Craft. Mainly. And then of course his motivation. Obviously Elisa is just pure support. Emma's pure support. Fee has still got her evasion build up, so she will be fine. Once I start putting rares, the double rares, like the super rare slots, once I have level 2 quartz slots, I will start building up Fee more to do more of her like crit counters, guaranteed crit counters. But for right now, I'm gonna leave her at this. She'll still be able to dodge all over the place when I do put her in here, because I'm probably gonna have to switch in her for Sharon. I don't think Sharon has the ability to stand up for what's about to come here. Yeah! Okay, I'm not sure if it's gonna be the next video or the video after, but when that moment happens, I'm gonna be so hyped for that. That's gonna be exciting to finally be able to meet that dude. I am going to use the heal over at the Olet Inn. I don't see any reason why not to go ahead and do this. Get Sharon some EP. Get everybody nice and healed up for what is about to come here, because I'm pretty sure what's about to happen is we're going to trigger this event with the person that's been like basically making a mockery of us, using us like we're puppets. And then we're going to have that interaction. And then we're going to get a visit from a certain individual. So, between those two, I highly doubt and I highly doubt we're going to return back to Bareahard. So we'll never be able to use this heal again until we have to come back here, which just happens later on. So I figured why not go ahead and use this. Alright y'all, so I'm going to end the video here. We got to see Jusis with his nice new outfits, looking noble. And we got to see his piece of crap of a father, his deadbeat dad, the most useless man in Zermeria, Duke Albarea. So let's go find out who that person is in the next video. We'll have that interaction, and then we'll do the wrap-up battles, and then that'll be our trip. That'll be basically the end of the Act 1. We're nearing the end of Act 1, y'all. Insane. Thank you guys for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, hit that dang like button. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.